All right, everyone. Manager Bud Black here. We'll start it off with Danielle.
Hi, buddy. Trevor Story's timing seems to be off since he came back from the IL. Do you think it's just a matter of time getting back into the swing of things, or what have you been seeing from him?
Yeah, I agree, Danielle. I think that obviously, for a hitter to be successful, he needs to be on time here. Hitters talk about that. Hitting coaches talk about that frequently. And that means being timed up on, the fastball and also recognizing the off-speed pitch. Right now, Trev's, and you've heard me say this before, with a number of guys over, the course of the years that I've been here, he's in between. He's a little bit late on the fastball and not really picking up the breaking ball. So you just keep fighting through it, and hopefully you get on time, because when he does, he's one of the best hitters in the league.
And what did you think of Sensatela today?
Sense hung in there. He had the inning where they hit the home run on him on a hanging slider, but after that, I thought he did a fine job, kept us in the game, was pretty efficient. Threw pitches into the seventh inning, albeit hit by pitch in the Akiyama double, but he gave us what we needed. 3 runs through 6. We had multiple opportunities to get a big hit. We left, I believe, 12 or 13 guys on base today. We couldn't deliver. So Sensa did his part. I thought his stuff was good. I thought as the game went on, the changeup was effective. The slow curve was solid, kept his velocity. So he threw the ball fine.
Thank you.
Thomas.
Yes, buddy, I wanted to ask you about those scoring position opportunities. But first, their starter, Santillan, what did you see out of him? It seemed that he had ways of getting out of.
Well,
He had
he's got a fine arm. Like a lot of young pitchers do these days. I mean, it's a fastball, in the mid 90s, hard breaking ball. He got a couple key strikeouts when he needed to, but the stuff was there. He's a big, he's a physical guy with a good arm. And we had a couple opportunities, and we couldn't break through.
Hey, and just to make sure on Trevor, is he dealing with any after effects of the elbow that affect that?
Probably better question for Trev, but to my knowledge, no. He's taking his swings on the field and in the cage. The bat speed's there. When we watch him in batting practice and pregame work, the swings have been fine, even since Miami when, leading up to his activation. So no impact on him swinging the bat from the elbow.
Offensively, you look at Tapia's and Blackman on streaks. Daza's performing pretty well for you. Is it just sort of a frustrating time that it just didn't seem on this trip could find that hit?
You're right. We've talked about that before now, right? That, when the offense is going good, you have, 5, 6 guys swinging the bat, well in the lineup, and maybe a couple guys light. We're the inverse of that. We have, 2 or 3 guys swinging well, and the other 5, 6 guys are not. So, and that comes back to get you, right? It seems as though we'll get guys on base, from the guys who are swinging the bats well, and then we get to the guys who are scuffling, and that's where the breakdown occurs.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Tracy, go ahead.
Buddy, is this thing become on the road a mental thing, you think, with the hitters more than physical?
Trace, I don't think so. I really don't. I'd like to think that, professional athletes are mentally strong to get to this level. So I don't think so. I hope not. Maybe better question for them, but my opinion is no.
All right, thank you.
And Noah.
Hey, Bud. For CJ Crone, you had him hitting 7th today, which is the lowest he's hit all year. Was that more of a move so he can regain some of his confidence back?
Well, I think it's more of a, what he has going on lately in, the last couple of weeks of at-bats and, what we're seeing from him, just in his at-bats. I think that eventually he'll spin out of it and get hopefully in the middle part of the order and start driving the ball and hitting some homers. But again, he had some opportunities today along with a few other guys. But I think Brendan is swinging the bat, pretty well, or having good at bats. He was 6. I really like the Charlie 3, Trevor 4, Mac 5. I think that's that's a productive grouping of 3 guys, and I think Brendan has swung the bat well the last week or so. So that leaves Crone at 7. Dawes is doing his thing. Dawes is getting on base at close to a 360 clip, hitting 320. Tappy is up to his average into the mid 290s. He's doing fine. On base is fine. So I think with that grouping of players, that makes sense for Crone to hit 7th.
And then finally with Yency Almonte, he had a 1-2-3 inning, and he seems to be regaining his footing more, at least results wise. What did you see?
I think
out of
so.
him today?
Yeah. I mean, he got nicked the other night in 1+ innings, but I think the stuff looks crisper, which is a good thing. It's a long season of 6 months of pitching. Yency had a little bit of a IL stint with the bad hand, but I like where his stuff is, and hopefully he can string some outings together like today, where the fastball's crisp, good breaking ball, throwing strikes, and getting his outs. And we need, we talk much about the hitting. We need a number of guys on the hitting side swinging the bat well. We need a number of guys out of our bullpen pitching well. We do not need the variability of bullpen guys coming into games and not putting up a 0. So it's good to see Yency, I think, is gaining some traction, to your point. Well, that's a good thing.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, buddy.